Hey everyone, this is Brian with my monthly opinions of the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book. You probably noticed that I'm not facially right now because so sometimes I like to do it in front of the camera and sometimes I like to do it in the back of the camera. But anyway, what you see here is my three DVDs of the three Sonic series. But anyway, as you know, I did my review today, and like I said, the story I thought today was pretty good, a good continuation of the brand new Mobius saga, and a good lead-in into this whole Rosie the Rascal situation. I figured it was pretty good. I knew it was pretty. Well, the thing is, it was pretty good. I mean, great. It had its humor in there with Sonic saying, "Hey," I'm telling Sally, "Hey, I thought you said it was a solo mission. You said nothing about teaming up with somebody that's crazy about me and wants me to be more than just her friend." And we're talking about Amy. And I like the kind of intrigue as well when the alliance was formed, because if you looked at that panel at the bottom where Sally and Miles shook hands, it's almost like Miles has more than just getting rid of Scourge on his mind. So anyway, I thought it was a good story, and then the backup story I thought was a good lead-in into the video game of Sonic Unleashed. I guess we'll just have to play the game to see how it turns out. Anyway, let's get into my opinions. Now, today was the start of my renewal subscription. In other words, the continuation of my subscription. In other words, yesterday, I should say, was the start of my renewal subscription. In other words, I'm now going from 193 to 204, which is 12 issues. So 204 will be next September 2009. That's a whole year's worth, so that's pretty good. I don't have to spend the extra money on that. On buying the comics individually, so that helps out. But getting back to what I'm saying, yesterday was the start of it, and as of this issue that I got, which was 193, I have now subscribed to over 121 comics. Not comics, but 121 issues of Sonic. Can you believe that? I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that have done it longer than I have, but 121 months worth of Sonic is, something, that even someone like me honestly didn't think I'd be able to do, but now I have. But, it's pretty good. And knowing I'm going to have enough to go into the 200th issue and beyond, it's even better. As far as the other Sonic stuff goes, a couple months ago, Ian Flynn talked about Sonic Unleashed. Now, not Unleashed, but Sonic Universe, I'm sorry. And now, from what I could tell, the backup story that we had in 193, those kind of stories, like I said before, I believe are going to be put into the Sonic universe. So that way we won't always have to deal with them, and that way the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book can be one comic book. One whole story, if you know what I mean. Now, as far as the future stories go, I mean, we know that next month continues the introduction, if you will. Next month's issue of 194 continues the introduction of Rosie the Rascal. I don't know how she's going to play any effect in this. But then we get into the two big ones that are coming up in the next couple of months, which is Hedgehog's Havoc, which obviously introduces Scourge into the fray. Not Scourge, but Silver into the fray. But also will be bringing back the Zone Cop as well. And this is something that I've been talking about for months. Everybody said, "Oh, the Zone Cop, I don't know, he's never going to come back," or when is he going? People ask, "When is the Zone Cop coming back?" Or people at times have said, "Oh, he's not going to come back." He's coming back in Hedgehog's Havoc. Because think about it, you can't have a conclusion to the whole saga that's been going on for, I don't know now, a couple months, for what could be almost half a year, without doing an issue or without concluding it, to where the Zone Cop comes in and finally, in my opinion, takes Scourge back to where he belongs. That's what I believe could happen. I could be wrong, but I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Because like I said, you can't have a climax. You can't have an evil twin or version of yourself go super without having that villain in the end being sent back to where he's coming from, or maybe even having that villain destroyed. You never know. But I think in the next couple of months, we're going to end the year and begin 2009, on a huge, huge note. End it and begin in 2008 and begin 2009 on a huge, huge note. It's just going to be, to me, it's going to be extraordinary. It's just going to be something we can remember for a long time. Now, there is one thing I want to talk about while I'm here, while I have your attention. I subscribe to someone here on YouTube called Cataly. I can't pronounce the whole name, but Cataly. And she has brought up some good points about Sonic and Sally's relationship. And I agree with a lot of them. You see, right now what's going on with Sonic and Sally is they are kind of being back into semi-sweethearts. In other words, they're getting back to what they used to be. I mean, all these excuses that fans have been bringing up, all these things of saying, she's this, she's that, she's been mean to this person, she's not this person. They should learn that she is always going to be part of Sonic's life. And don't worry, the writers, no matter who they are, Ian Flynn, or if there's a future writer in the works coming down the pipeline someday, they know that she and Sonic will always find a way to get back together. They always do that. Writers always do that, believe it or not. Ken Penders has done it, despite what he's done. Carl Bolas has done it, and anybody else that's wrote the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book has done it, and it wouldn't be surprising to me that Ian Flynn does the same thing. It won't be surprising. Now, someone mentioned to a friend of mine called the Real RNO on one of my comments they left that the person that created Sally is no longer with Sega. It doesn't matter if that person's no longer with Sega. It doesn't mean the character's going to die. It doesn't mean like, okay, this guy's gone, this person's gone, we can kill the character now. No. It means the character is going to stay still. I mean, come on, think about it. When they killed Superman off in the mid-90s, they could have kept him dead. They could have just ended the comic book right there, right? No, they brought him back. Even long after the creators have passed away, they brought him back. And think about it with Hanna-Barbera. The creators, the founders of Hanna-Barbera, died a couple years back. And they could have said, okay, that's it, we're done with Yogi Bear, we're done with the Flintstones, we're done with the Jetsons, we're done with, these characters. And they could have got rid of them. But they haven't. They got plans to bring them all back. So there's no way that someone, just because they left, if the character is going to be killed off or taken out just because of that. That's not going to happen. But getting back to what I'm saying, I think in the next couple of issues we're going to have something very big taking place. It's out of this Hedgehog's Havoc, and I got a feeling this might be the last time for quite a while that we see Scourge and Suspension Squad until the Sonic Universe. That's why I got a feeling we're going to see them the most at. Sonic Universe comic book. That's why I got a feeling they're going to be at. And as far as Fiona goes, well, I don't know what Ian's got planned for her. I don't know if we're going to find out if she's a double agent, or if maybe she's going to be put into detention, if you know what I mean, or in jail, or in a rehab facility, just to try to bring her back around and make her understand that Sonic never meant to abandon her, but to save her. But he meant to save her, and if he could go back, he'd do it again. I don't know what Ian's got planned for her. But overall, that's all I could say about my opinions for the next couple of issues. And if you're looking, and for anybody that's looking for back issues, I suggest you go to archiecomics.com, go to Sonic subscriptions, and go to the back issues. They cost about maybe $25 to maybe $30. That's it. But they're well worth the money. If you have the money, they're well worth getting. Believe me. But anyway, that's all I have to say about my opinions on the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book and anything else Sonic. I hope you all have a good week and a good month. And if anything comes up, I'll let you guys know. I'll talk about it. And until then, I'm Brian Walmer saying God bless you all. Take care of your families and have a safe and happy Halloween. And don't go out drinking and getting drunk because of it. Take care and peace out.